Hello students, good morning to all. Myself Devaraja Shubha, Assistant Professor, Department of Civil Engineering, Pondicherry College of Engineering. The subject code is C8702, Railways, Airports, Docks and Harbour Engineering. Today in this class I am going to discuss about drainage, which comes under Unit 2, Railway Construction and Maintenance. So the second main element in the construction of railway track is the drainage. The first component is the earthwork. The second component is the drainage. So drainage is used for draining out the water. So what are the actions of water? The action of water, the water is accumulated in the area by the certain action of water, that is by capillary action from the subsoil water and by the seepage water from the adjoining areas and the water from rainfall, dew, snowfall, etc. and the water retained by pores due to hydroscopic action. So water will be retained by pores in the soil mass due to this hydroscopic action. So by these four, the water is accumulated in the area. So in order to avoid this only, we are providing the drainage. Then what are the importance of this drainage? So if the slight increase in moisture content, the moisture content is slightly increases, what happens is it reduces the bearing power of the subgrade. So due to this, the stability will get disturbed. The stability will get disturbed. That is, stability will get eroded. So the slight increase in moisture content reduces the bearing power of the subgrade, and this decreases the stability power of the subgrade. So this is the first thing. So to increase the stability, we have to keep the drainage system. The drainage system is important. Then if the drainage system is not efficient, that is inefficient drainage system is there, it leads to derailment. Derailment occurs in that area. Then the embankment, what is meant by embankment? So when the railway line is kept above the ground surface, that is said to be embankment. So this embankment gets eroded due to the surface water and subsurface water. So for keep the embankment in correct situation, the rail should be provided. So if the track is subjected to heavy and fast loads, the track get deformed and the stability get disturbed. Then due to this, the landslide, or if the drainage system is not efficient, landslide also occurs. Next one is the requirements of the drainage system. So we have to provide the drainage system to be a good condition. So for convenience purpose, we are separating or dividing the drainage into two types. It is surface drainage system and subsurface drainage system. So in surface drainage system, the formation level, that is formation, what is formation? That is the soil is natural ground is prepared to receive the ballast on the railway track, that is known as formation. So if the formation level should be kept well above the adjoining line. It should be kept well above the adjoining line so that the water will be get drained off easily. So this for providing the surface drainage system, necessary side slopes and necessary side drains should be kept in that area. The side drains we are providing should be enough adequate size to drain out the surface water. So this is in surface drainage system. Necessary camberings also provided in the formation area. That is, camber means slight increase in the area. So this that also done in the surface drainage system to drain off the water. Next one is the subsurface drainage system. In subsurface drainage system, the subsoil water is sufficiently bring below the formation level by suitable method. So by this help, the subsurface water is drained off from the level. So here the waterlogged area should be given proper treatment when we are going to provide the railway track in the waterlogged area, the waterlogged area should be given proper treatment. So mostly the pervious soil is used for the construction of the railway track. The soil should be pervious, not impervious. Pervious soil should be provided. In that area only we have to provide the railway track. So this is about surface drainage system and subsurface drainage. So simple words, subsurface water is drained off by the method. That method is known as surface drainage system. If the subsurface water is drained off by the method, that drainage system is known as subsurface drainage system. So in this drainage, what we have discussed is action of water and importance of drainage system and requirements of drainage system. Thank you.